He was raised in the Ottoman court. He spoke their language. He learned their tactics. And one day, he turned those very lessons against them. History remembers him as a monster, a hero, a tyrant, a defender of Christendom. But the real question is far more chilling. What transforms a royal hostage into the most feared enemy of an empire? Tonight, on Historical TV, we uncover the real story of Vlad III Dracula, from captive prince to the man who dared to terrify Mehmed II himself. Between 1442 and 1448, young Vlad was not a ruler. He was a hostage. Sent to the Ottoman court alongside his younger brother Radu, he lived under constant threat, a political guarantee of his father's loyalty. There, he learned Turkish. He studied military discipline. He observed the empire's efficiency and its brutality. Some nights he whispered to himself, "One day, I will return, and I will remember everything." Then tragedy struck. In 1447, news reached him. His father murdered by nobles. His elder brother buried alive. The boy who entered Ottoman lands as a prince left them as something colder. The year was 1447, and while Vlad still lived as a hostage in Ottoman lands, his world collapsed in a single blow. His father, Vlad II Dracul, was assassinated by Wallachian boyars. His elder brother Mircea was captured, tortured, and buried alive at Târgoviște. The boy who had once been a prince now had no throne, no family, and no kingdom waiting for him. Meanwhile, the powerful Hungarian regent John Hunyadi invaded Wallachia and placed his own candidate, Vladislav II, on the throne. Wallachia was no longer Vlad's home. It was occupied territory ruled by his father's enemies. The Ottomans watched this chaos carefully. In 1448, Sultan Murad II made a calculated decision. He released Vlad, not out of mercy, but strategy. The young prince was armed, supplied, and sent north with Ottoman cavalry. His mission was clear: reclaim Wallachia as an Ottoman-aligned ruler. In October 1448, at just 17 years old, Vlad crossed into his homeland at the head of a Turkish-backed force. He moved quickly, taking advantage of Vladislav II's absence. The rival prince was away fighting alongside Hunyadi. For a brief, dramatic moment, Vlad seized the throne. The boy who had once been a hostage now sat as voivode of Wallachia. But his crown came with a price. He accepted Ottoman authority over the strategic Danube fortress of Giurgiu, a sign that his power depended on the empire that had once imprisoned him. His rule, however, was fragile. 2 months later, Vladislav II returned with stronger backing. The boyars who had murdered Vlad's father rallied again. The young prince could not hold the throne alone. By December 1448, Vlad was forced to flee once more. Not as a hostage this time, but as a dispossessed ruler wandering without a kingdom. That short 2-month reign changed him forever. He had tasted power. He had seen betrayal. And he now understood that thrones were not inherited. They were fought for. After losing the throne, Vlad did not return immediately as an enemy of the Ottomans. Instead, he entered a long, uncertain exile, one that would reshape his alliances and identity. His first refuge was Edirne, inside the Ottoman realm itself. There, he remained close to the empire that had both supported and controlled him, watching and learning as he waited for another chance. But safety inside Ottoman territory meant political dependence. Vlad needed stronger allies. By 1449, he moved to Moldavia, where his uncle Bogdan II ruled with Hungarian support. For a moment, it seemed destiny might favor him again. Then tragedy struck once more. In 1451, Bogdan II was murdered during a surprise attack. The fragile refuge collapsed overnight. Vlad fled yet again, this time alongside Bogdan's son, the future Stephen the Great. They escaped into Transylvania, seeking protection among the Saxon towns. But Vlad found doors closed. Brasov, wary of his reputation and unstable claim, initially refused him shelter. The exiled prince was learning a harsh lesson. No power trusted a man shaped by both Ottomans and rival factions. Yet exile also brought clarity. Vlad saw Christian rulers bargaining with Turks, Hungarian regents playing their own political games, princes switching sides for survival. Loyalty, he realized, was never permanent. It was always political. Gradually, circumstances pushed him toward a decisive shift. The very man who had once opposed his family, John Hunyadi, began to see value in him. Hunyadi needed a hardened frontier ruler who understood Ottoman tactics from the inside. Vlad was the perfect candidate. By 1456, the transformation was complete. The former Ottoman-backed prince now stood under Hungarian protection. Hunyadi entrusted him with defending the Transylvanian frontier against the Ottomans, the same empire that had raised him, educated him, and once placed him on a throne. It was more than a political alliance. It was a personal turning point. The hostage had become a rival. The former ally had become a defender of Christian Europe's borderlands. And in that transformation, Vlad's identity hardened into something new. A ruler forged not by loyalty, but by betrayal and survival. One can almost imagine him saying in that moment, "They gave me a crown, but they also taught me how to fight them for it." In 1456, Vlad reclaimed Wallachia with Hungarian support. He killed his rival and secured the throne. What followed was not just rule. It was terror. He executed the boyars who murdered his family. Some were impaled. Others forced to build his mountain fortress at Poenari until they died from exhaustion. He placed a golden cup in the town square, free for anyone to drink from. No one dared steal it. Fear created order. Vlad believed cruelty was justice. Better a kingdom that fears me than one that betrays me. Yet during these years, he still paid tribute to Sultan Mehmed II. The relationship was tense, but peaceful. For now. By 1461, Vlad stopped paying tribute. He negotiated secretly with Hungary. He grew bolder. Then came the moment that changed everything. Sultan Mehmed II summoned him to Constantinople. But secretly, the Sultan planned to capture him. Vlad discovered the trap. Instead of submitting, he captured the Ottoman envoys. Legend says when they refused to remove their turbans, he ordered nails driven into their skulls. "You came as envoys," Vlad reportedly said. "Now you will leave as a warning." War had begun. In early 1462, Vlad crossed the Danube into Ottoman territory. Villages burned, wells poisoned, thousands killed. He wrote to European allies declaring, "I have broken peace with the Sultan for the honor of Christianity." The former hostage had become a crusader. But Mehmed II would not tolerate rebellion. Sultan Mehmed II assembled a massive army, over 150,000 men. It was one of the largest forces he ever commanded. Vlad knew he could not win in open battle, so he chose terror. He burned his own lands, destroyed food supplies, left nothing for the invading army. Then came the moment that shocked even the conqueror of Constantinople. The Forest of the Impaled. Thousands of Ottoman prisoners displayed on stakes, stretching across the fields of Târgoviște. Women, soldiers, civilians. The message was clear. Turn back, or join them. Even Mehmed II, hardened by war, was shaken. Yet he did not retreat immediately. One night, Vlad disguised himself in Ottoman clothing and infiltrated the Sultan's camp. He rode through chaos, shouting commands in fluent Turkish. His goal, kill Mehmed II. He nearly reached the royal tent. But confusion, darkness, and misdirection saved the Sultan. The attack failed, but its legend endured. A former hostage had nearly assassinated the ruler of the Ottoman Empire. Despite victories, Vlad's support crumbled. His own brother Radu, now loyal to the Ottomans, was sent to replace him. Many Wallachian nobles defected. Vlad fled to Hungary seeking aid. Instead, he was imprisoned for 13 years. His ally King Matthias accused him of treason using forged letters. The warrior who terrified an empire spent over a decade behind bars. Released in 1475, Vlad fought again against the Ottomans. In late 1476, he reclaimed the throne one last time. But it lasted only months. Ottoman-backed forces returned. In battle near Snagov, Vlad was killed. Some say by enemies. Others claim his own soldiers mistook him for a Turk in disguise. His severed head was sent to Constantinople and displayed as proof of his death. The hostage who became a rebel ended as a warning to others. To some, Vlad was a sadistic tyrant. German pamphlets painted him as a demon worse than Nero. To others, especially in Romania, he was a hero who imposed law and defended his land. Both views contain truth. He was brutal, but he was also strategic. A ruler shaped by betrayal, captivity, and endless war. The Ottomans called him Kazaklı Voyvoda, the Impaler Lord. In Mehmed II Sultanı, Vlad appears as a fierce enemy of the empire. History confirms the rivalry, but reveals something deeper. He was not born an enemy. He was made into one, made by captivity, made by revenge, made by the very empire he later fought.